You good? We good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's going to be a talk through video, so it might be a little bit long. Apologizing in advance. And I probably sound a little scatterbrained, but you know, that's just me. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. Anyways, yeah, so it's going to be a very, very soft glam look. You could totally wear this out, I think, honestly, through anything, like on a day-to-day basis, if you want to do a soft glam look or a special event, depending on what type of makeup you use on a daily. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys like talk throughs or anything like that, please thumbs up, or if you like this video in general, please thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. Welcome. Hi, nice to meet you. And comment down below on any future videos you guys would like to see. I'm kind of getting stumped a little bit right now with what type of videos I want to film. So if you guys have anything specific that you guys want to see, please, 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 please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this video started. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Alright, so I already have my face foundation on, eyes primed, and eyebrows done, obviously. Totally winging out this whole friggin' thing. All I know is that I'm trying to use a tan pigment from MAC. So I'll do a close-up for you guys. There you go. So that is tan pigment from MAC. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just gonna wing it out. So I'm gonna use, the first color is going to be the color Rice Paper from MAC. So that is what the color looks like. This is a satin finish, I believe, just a very cream base. And we're gonna pat this underneath our brow bone. So the next color I'm going to use is the color Soft Brown from MAC. So it is color just like that, really soft brown. I haven't used this in forever, and I'm going to use my E40 blending brush from Sigma and then put this on my crease, right on the bone of my crease. So it's going to be right here, and I'm just going to use this pretty much swaying back and forth. There's no particular motion. You can use the circular motions as they say, but just as long as this is pretty much going on evenly, then you're good. You can do this motion, you can do the circular motions, whatever you're most comfortable with. This, I don't have to make it perfect. It's just a transitioning shade, so when we lay down the other colors, then we have something that's gonna fade into nicely. I'm actually going to use a 224. So this is E40, I'll put them next to each other, and then the 224. You see the difference? Cork is going to be this one down here. So that is Cork, and it's like this charcoaly taupey brown, and I'm gonna use a 224 with that. This is a really good color to contour too, so if you want to contour your nose, it's a really good color to contour your nose with. And I'm just gonna use that right into the fold of my crease and only stick it in this area because this is gonna carve out our crease. Okay, so I'm going to keep deepening this up until I get the color that I desire on my crease. Yeah, I guess we'll use Foley. This one I used to use a lot. So it's kind of like a red brown, and I'm just gonna use this onto the corner of my eyes. Winging this out, y'all. So hoping it comes out okay. I mean, it should, it's all neutral tones. I'm still using the 224 blending brush. And just stick this onto the corners, blending this into the cork so we have more of like that chocolate brown going on. Because this is more of a red brown, but as you can see here, it's more of like a chocolate brown when I lay it down because we're mixing in two colors in together. Okay, so now for a lid, I'm going to use tan pigment. And what I like to do is actually, when I use these two colors, is I like to use a flat shader brush. And this is the E55, you can see, E55 Sigma brush. And I will get a good amount of product onto my brush and then drop it onto the lid if there's nothing on the lid, and I use whatever is left over onto my lid to distribute the product. Okay, so I couldn't find my facial spray, so I just ended up wetting my brush with some water and grab the tan pigment, dust off the excess, and then apply this. Look how freaking beautiful that is. I like applying pigments wet because it prevents from having like a lot of fallout underneath your eyes, and it really intensifies the color that you're going to place on your lid or however you're going to use it. It's pretty, huh? I haven't used this color in forever. And then go back with whatever's left on the 224 brush. I didn't grab any extra product, and then blend that out into the crease. Just very softly. I guess I could do a highlight color into the inner part of our tear duct. So I'm going to grab, let's see, Shimma by Makeup Geek. Just color just like that. And it's like a champagne pearly color. And we're gonna place this onto the inner tear ducts of our eyes and just blend that into the tan pigment, just so it has a nice pop to our shadow. So for eyeliner, I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna use my NYC liquid liner. I'm actually going to use MAC Dip Down. And this is a fluid line, so it's a really dark chocolate brown eyeliner, and I'm going to use it with a MAC 266 angled brush, which looks just like this. I am like really mixed feelings with fluid line because when I'm creating a wing liner, this liner I will get transfer with, unfortunately, but since I ain't going nowhere, it don't matter. Create a wing. And it's harder for, like, I don't know, before it used to be really easy, but now using a cream product on my eyes, I feel like it's harder to do a wing liner. It's not as easy. So I ran out of my MAC Prep and Prime Light Boost, so I'm just gonna end up using this yellow color right here with a flat brush, and then just kind of pack this on underneath my eyes. And then I'm gonna pat it down with my trusty beauty blender. So make sure I pat that down. And you don't have to do this step. I mean, to each their own, whatever works for you, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color called Honey and go right over that. Perfect. Okay, so to set underneath my eyes, I'm going to use MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Medium. So that is what the powder looks like. And I'm just gonna use this blending brush, this blush brush. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna set it underneath my eyes and just pat this underneath. I'm not gonna sway my brush because if I sway it, it's gonna move the product. And I wanna really make sure I get underneath those creases. So now I'm super highlighted underneath. And on the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to use the color Foley underneath, more of that red brown. And I'm just gonna use it as a liner. So just a shady brush like that. Shady, I would say shady brush, a shading brush. Just like that with the color Foley. And put that underneath. Oh, and then for mascara, I'm gonna use my Miss Manga mascara. I've been using this a lot lately. I'm actually enjoying it, which is really weird because I hated this mascara at first and now I'm liking it. Okay, so now that we laid down our mascara, I'm going to use false lashes, and I'm going to use the Car lashes in the 747. These are lashes that I use in my drugstore tutorial. So that is the 747 lashes. Use some tweezers and then place these on my eyes. Center, inner corner, and on the outer corner. and then press them down towards your lash line. So I like to use the back of the tweezers and then pinch them through. And look at that. Oh, you see the difference lashes make? It's crazy. I don't know why. Like, these lashes are so long, but I love them because they're like long and natural at the same time. Okay, so now that we have our lashes on, we're gonna move on into the face. So I'm going to use my MAC. This is gonna be a lot of MAC products in this video. I'm going to use my MAC blush in the color called Format. So it's this one right here. You can see it pan in this because I did use this one a lot. I don't really use a lot of my MAC blushes anymore. I use bronzer more lately, but I want to switch it up a little bit. So this is kind of like a bronzy berry tone, and it is definitely going to be a satin finish. So I'm not going to need to add a highlighter with this because it already has a sheen that's going to lay down on my skin with it. So starting from the bottom and then just bringing this all the way through. So you see how it's kind of like that berry tone, but it's still deep enough where I don't even need to use a bronzer. Sorry. Just love this. It's so pretty. I don't know why I stopped using this. Format was one of the first blushes that I ever used from MAC, by the way. I think it was like the first blush that I bought. This might be Sweet as Cocoa. This is actually, I'm pretty sure it's Sweet as Cocoa. Just kidding. Okay, Format was the first blush that I did buy, but this is Sweet as Cocoa. They look really similar, but Sweet as Cocoa definitely has a lot of more berry to it than Format. Format is more bronzy, and the way that this is laying down, I am 100% sure that this is Sweet as Cocoa. Okay. So for lips, I'm going to keep it neutral, and I'm going to use NYX Lip Liner in Coffee, Kinda Sexy Lipstick, and Fulfilled Lip Gloss, Plush Glass from MAC. So whatever's left over on this, I'm going to put the rest of the foundation onto my lips. I like to do this to set this as a primer and a base. And then we're going to use the color Kind of Sexy from MAC. So you see that I use that a lot. That is a color right there, very neutral shade. You see how plump it looks? You have the definition from the coffee, which is more of a brown, and it has a light contrast, and then you have the Kinda Sexy lipstick, which is a very, very neutral shade. And then I'm going to use a MAC lip gloss, and this is kind of like a corally tone. It's a plush glass in the color called Fulfilled, which is one of my favorite oldies but goodies too. We didn't use any highlighter. That is the final look. And just really, really soft waves. This is my hair from yesterday. I didn't do anything to it. It is from my Nume Wands. I have the link down below. I use the 32mm if you guys are interested, and it, like I'm telling you guys, it keeps the the volume and the curl in your hair. So obviously it's not as curly as it was yesterday, but this is perfect. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial, something very simple, kind of casual talk through. Let me know, comment down below if there's anything you guys would like to see in the future. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed this makeup look, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I love you guys, and until next time, bye.